a domestic violence crisis, and I don't know what to do. I'm new to the area, and it's been impossible for me to flee it.
Do you need like a shelter or something?
I can't get in them. I've been trying. I can't get in any shelter. What's your name?
It's Detective Ornelas.
Ornelas?
Yeah. How about here? We can leave your stuff here. Let's go talk over here.
No.
You don't need everyone.
I don't want to go leave my stuff.
No.
I want to have rights. And your badge number?
Do you need everyone hearing?
Yeah, I don't want to leave my stuff.
Okay. What have you tried going to a shelter? Which one have you tried going to? You need me to make a phone call for you?
Yeah, to see if you can get me in one, because I've been outside. I can't get in one. It's been happening years. I was reporting that someone is sabotaging my ability to get shelter.
Okay. And how have they been sabotaging you getting shelter?
Well, in other jurisdictions, the law enforcement has came and arrested me for trying to get shelter, pushed and shoved me and removed me, and then places have pathologically lied and said that they were full and other people have gotten in, and it's violating my rights. So someone is manipulating my experience, and when I finally do get shelter, they lie on me and put me out numerous times.
How long have you been? Are you living on the streets right now?
Yes.
How long have you been on the streets?
Since the Shelter Union Rescue Mission in Los Angeles lied to get me out of their shelter.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. I've had so much stress.
Weeks or months? Or
like
years?
weeks. Yeah. But the issue is I don't want my abuser to repeatedly use someone powerful to keep me from shelter like he's been doing.
Well, when was the last time you've seen your abuser? Has it been a while?
He stalks me through other people. He's a ghost.
He's a ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
But I get emails. I got an email yesterday.
How long have you been in Long Beach? Have you tried going to the shelter over off?
Yeah, I went to shelter and they told me to get out. Someone premeditated my entrance.
And the one on Anaheim? Or which one?
I don't remember which one it was, but it's not a domestic violence shelter. I think the disconnect is that someone powerful is keeping me from shelter, and that's illegal. I came in, numerous shelters tell me to get out, and I don't know them.
I don't know if that's entirely going to be true, but let me.
I don't know how you know if you want to investigate it.
Okay. Let me see if I can.
What would perceive you? Why would people lie on me repeatedly over and over if someone's not?
I can't answer.
Well, don't you need to investigate it if it's illegal?
I'm going to go to my car and see if I can find the number for a shelter.
I've been calling them. I'm not really being heard. Why won't police place me? Do their job? Is your body cam on?
Sure.
Okay, I want to do a report that I'm being blackballed and kept from shelter all these years.
Okay, well, let me see who I can
That's
call
That's what I wanted to report, that I'm being blackballed and kept from services and my rights are being violated.
Well, that's not really a police report, but we could.
If my abusers affected my ability to flee him in crisis situations, that's not a police report.
Not exactly what you're saying. Let me see if I can.
That's why that's an alibi for not doing law enforcement.
For a minute and see
Yeah, I mean, you not insured what I'm saying, that police is, my abuser's using someone powerful to keep me in a crisis? Why is that so hard for people to understand? That probably are the problem. So they know I'm talking to con artists. And they are the problem. My email says that the government is in cahoots with this counterfeit network. They know about it. And it's their network along with my abusers. So they railroad me to making these calls. And that's why they came, all those police, when I was reporting this to my provider. Because they're in on it to keep themselves out of prison. So all they do is railroad me to make these calls, fictitious calls to these scammers, which are federal charges. Knowing that I'll get nowhere like I've been getting nowhere all these years. But it's their job responsibility. If someone is saying their life is in danger, help me not to leave them in it repeatedly over and over and give them numbers. That you know in full blown, well, they'll never get nowhere. Because you're the problem. Then she wants to isolate me again. That's all they do is isolate, so there's no witnesses to their abuse and official oppression. How's it been working with the numbers thus far? Just like a predator. Come over here, hide. You don't want them in your business. Come on, this is a secret. This is a play. They're behind this chaos. And just don't want to get caught.
For the shelter, the best would be the one on Anaheim. You want to try going there?
The relevancy of you coming is to report that I am being blackballed.
Okay, that's not a crime. That's being blackballed. Not a crime.
If someone is doing malicious housing discrimination, that's illegal. That's a crime.
That would be more of an internal thing you could complain with
No,
the
it's a
shelter.
crime to
Okay.
maliciously deprive someone of housing and shelter in crisis situations. That's illegal.
Have you been to the multi-service center?
I'm just really, I'm not. Are you denying my report that I'm trying to make? That my abuser, I'm trying to report that I've been discriminated against housing for years, and people are pathologically lying to keep me from housing. Is what I'm trying to report using law enforcement.
That's a whole nother issue.
If the police are aiding and abetting domestic violence, that's illegal.
I need you to stop.
I don't call telling you my name because I know I get set up.
You called the police and gave them your name.
I don't recall doing that because I get set up.
Okay. Have you been to the shelter over on Anaheim?
Yeah, immediately when I came in, they were rigged to tell me to deny me assistance, and I don't know them.
Okay. I don't.
That's why I'm doing a police report.
Okay. That's not a police report.
It is. You're mistaken. That is
I
illegal.
don't think so.
It is. It is illegal. I'm telling you.
Is there a
That's why
crime
I'm trying to
that has
report it.
happened this morning?
I'm in a domestic violence crisis that the law enforcement is aiding and abetting a domestic violence crisis.
All right. I'm going to tell you this.
Okay.
I'm offering for you, if you want to go to the multi-service center, if you know where that's at, I can give you the address, and you can go there.
Well, why don't police take people to get safety anymore? Why do they just aid and abet it?
They're not aiding and abetting anything.
If you are leaving me in a crisis situation and intercepting my ability,
You're sitting out here. What crisis?
that why it's hot outside. Why would I want to live outside in a domestic violence crisis?
That's not a crisis of being outside. Okay?
It is. If you have that's why they have emergency housing. Do you want to live outside in a domestic violence crisis that police aid and abet?
Have you been to other shelters?
They told me to leave, and I don't know them. That's what I'm trying to report to you. Someone's controlling them using law enforcement.
I don't think that's accurate.
Did you investigate it by like you're required to do by law? Are you trying to slander me as an alibi for the police department's crimes again?
Medication.
We're deflecting off the fact that law enforcement keeps racking up charges and slandering me as an alibi for their crimes.
I'm not going to keep going back and forth.
You can not say, do you want to stay out of prison? Tamper with evidence is a felony.
I'm not worried about any of that.
Well, you should be.
Okay.
If you are denying me a report that I'm trying to make, that's a felony crime for tampering with evidence.
Sure.
And then you're aiding and abetting the crisis and pathologically lying and slandering me as an alibi.
When did you go to the multi-service center?
To flee abuse, you want me to go to the homeless multi-service center to flee a domestic violence crisis that involves you guys.
Okay, I don't know who from the police department is the
They've proved police have taken my freedom at domestic violence organizations 3 times in different jurisdictions, and my abuser's saying that he's going to set up one here.
Okay. You're not listening. When were you at
We're
the
reflecting off the fact that I'm reporting that law enforcement has been aiding and abetting domestic violence crisis and took my freedom trying to flee them. Abuse they were enlisted in. We're deflecting on that with you distracting.
Your abuser's not at the multi-service center.
Why would you refer me that to flee a domestic violence crisis that involves law enforcement?
Okay. Again, I don't even understand really what you're saying.
Are you trying to understand and do law enforcement, which was required by law, to not get criminal charges?
Listen, I'm called to get shelter. You could go to the multi-service center if you feel you need to go there.
I've been railroaded there for crimes to be committed. The security bullied me and was all in my business. It was like Fort Knox, and they stood over the staff, and had them lie about a ride.
Okay.
So they're guarded like Fort Knox to keep me from getting services. That's what I'm reporting to you.
Okay. Well, I
That someone is guarding services to keep me from them
Okay.
and using law enforcement.
Okay.
And law enforcement slanders me with mental illness as an alibi for their crimes, repeatedly over and over, to stay out of prison for crimes they're having people commit.
What would you like done for today? There's no
You won't take the report that my abuser is powerful and keeping me intercepting any kind of crisis help I can get to flee him
Okay. All right.
using law enforcement.
Do you want me to write down the address of the multi-service center?
I was trying to do a report that my law enforcement is aiding and abetting my abuser.
Okay, that's fine. If you feel,
Can I do the report?
No, that's not a report. I think.
Why would you cover for domestic violence law enforcement repeatedly over and over?
Okay.
Why won't you just take the report and investigate it? Why would you just deny it?
I'll tell you right now, I am going to leave. I'm going to try making one more phone call to get you shelter.
I think that you are behind why I can't get housed, and you're lying because you know it's illegal.
Okay, and you won't be able to stay here because they have a private property, so you'll have to find somewhere else to go if you become disruptive and they ask you to leave. Okay, so
I have on makeup, and my abuser uses that police law enforcement to violate my rights.
Okay, So I'm gonna try doing another phone call if I come back because I found shelter for you. If not, if you sit here quietly, that's fine. But if they ask you to leave, you're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
slandering me, and you're telling them people to have me leave. That's what I'm trying to prove to the FBI.
I've told 0 people to have you leave.
Police
Have you seen
departments
me
have
talk to
people
anyone?
violate my rights. That's what I'm reporting.
All right, Kiana, do you understand?
I don't recall telling you my name, but go
Again,
ahead.
you
I get intimidated. I knew it was going to happen. It's a makeup day. I look cute. I'm glad with. I'm
I'm not
impressed with
gonna
my
lie,
makeup
your
today.
makeup does look nice today.
Right, and that's why you're here, but violating.
All right, so I'm gonna do one.
I think
couple
so
more
too,
phone
and I'm
calls.
very that's
I'm agreeing with you.
yeah. That's why you're going to have me leave.
Okay, I'm
And
not
a
telling,
scam.
I'm not telling you to leave. I'm saying if the aquarium asks you to leave, you're gonna have to go.
No, you're gonna. The police, law enforcement
The-
has them take
okay.
the fall for their crimes.
Yeah. The officers are on another call that might be able to help you, so I'm gonna call them. And see if
You
they can
so you
go
trying to
over
set me up with mental illness? The officers?
Yes, if they could get you shelter, yes.
What they do is set me up and take my freedom. They want me to get in a mental health inpatient center for a shelter.
You actually wouldn't be qualified for that because you're not a danger to yourself or others right now. But if there's a shelter, they can get you in.
So I don't want officers. I want social workers because officers bully me and aid and abet my
You don't
crisis
have
and
it.
intimidate me.
There's a social worker that works with the.
That's who I'm interested in speaking with. Officers have integrity issues around me
Okay.
and intimidate me
And
for trying to flee
So
abuse.
that social worker who's working with the officer, they're on another call right now.
Okay, yeah. Can you just have them to call me?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll
and then
have
what
them-
officers do is they have people that tell me to leave, so they don't have to do. They have people take the fall for their crimes.
Okay. I understand if you're just sitting here hanging out, that's fine. But if they ask you to leave, leave. Hang on.
I had
hang on.
coffee.
All right, no, that's fine.
I
I'm
bought
gonna-
coffee here. You
Yeah,
don't know what my plans are. I looked up you already probably know. I looked up the aquarium on my phone.
That's fine. That's what I mean. You're just quietly sitting here. No one else has called saying that you're being a problem. So I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna give the officers your number. So just like when I called you, when they call you, answer the phone and see what shelters they could get you in. Okay. And see what
Okay,
they
we'll
have
see how this
available.
goes.
Okay. Sound
Okay,
good?
because I was told that I was going to be set up.
Okay. Well, just hang out here. You're in the shade, and I'll give them a call. Okay.
Okay, they're not going to come hassle me like they typically do when I look good.
Well, I don't know. They'll call you.
Well, don't
They
you
won't
need to know? Because isn't that illegal?
I don't know if you looking good matters.
It does. I'm reporting. I'm not being heard. It does. I'm reporting it to you repeatedly over and over. My freedom is taken.
Okay.
I don't know how to report it and get it investigated because everyone I come in contact with is covered for crimes.
All right. I'm going to have them give you a call, okay?
Okay, thank
So
you.
Answer the phone when you see them.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. Thank you, Kiana.
I don't I call telling you guys my name because I got an email saying I was going to be set up and I didn't want you to know. I could be mistaken, but I tried to be very careful not to give my name. And too many people already know me, like get out and I have no clue who they are. It's just walking through the door.